So will we see the beginning of the construction of a Ram Mandir in Ayodhaya before the 2019 general elections? And if such a temple were to be built, would it be seen as a great unifier, the ultimate vindication of a long-cherished desire? Or will this be seen as the harbinger of a period of politics of ultimate hatred? Joining us at the India Today Conclave 2018, three very familiar faces. I want to begin by introducing Sabit, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Squaring off against him, actually, is he squaring off against him or not? I'm not quite certain, because as of now, the Congress more calibrated on the issue of Hindutva and Ram Mandir than ever before. Can we introduce Sanjay from the Mumbai Congress? And a man who's seen as an icon of the Muslim youth, Member of Parliament from Hyderabad, Asaduddin Owaisi. So welcome to all our guests. I want to start by asking Mr. Owaisi, why can you not say at the India Today Conclave in Mumbai, come, let's all get together, go to Ayodhya and jointly build a Ram temple. Let's put this issue behind us once and forever. Hum sab milke banate hain Ram temple. Why not?
Well, it shows that Rahul Kamal stands for Ram Mandir. You know, your inner desire has come out on your tongue. It's good, but the problem lies that the matter is in Supreme Court. And unless and until the Supreme Court decides the issue, and I'm pretty much sure that the Supreme Court will definitely decide it on the basis of title, not on the basis of Asta of Rahul Kamal or anyone else, or in fact, Dr. Sampit Patra or Mr. Sanjay Nirupam. So let us wait for the Supreme Court decision, because one should not forget that but for the installation of idols on 1949, 28 December, but for the opening of locks, but for the demolition on 6th of December, we wouldn't have seen this day. So if you want an end to this issue, let the Supreme Court decide. And I'm sure that once the Apex Court decides, the decision has to be accepted by each and everyone.
You're putting the onus on the Supreme Court, and while we can't prejudge what the judges might say, Dr. Patra, the general sense across the country is that somehow before 2019, towards December, when these daily hearings end, there will be a judgment which will lead to the beginning of the construction of a Ram Mandir, that it's all been fixed, that this is the direction in which we are heading, so that before the 2019 general elections, the BJP and the Modi government get a Ram Mandir booster. Is that the plan you're working for, at least hoping for?
See, as far as the booster of Bhagwan Ram is concerned, if that comes as a blessing before the election and during the process of election, nothing like it. But I, as a spokesperson of Bharatiya Janata Party, would not be able to preempt the decision of the Supreme Court, the highest honorable court of this country, so definitely we will wait for it. But a few phrases that I would like to deliver upon over here. Since long, in fact, since the case is going on in Supreme Court, my good friend Mr. Owaisi has always been speaking about the fact that it is just a title case. Ye jameen ki ladai hai, and it has nothing to do with faith. I firmly believe that this country called India was once a Jagat Guru and today is a different country because it has something called as faith. It is not just a conglomeration of state, it is a cultural faith that is in the land of this beautiful country. So in order to divorce faith and Ram is something which I firmly believe should not be done. And remember, Owaisi Sahab, you say that since the judges pronounced that this is just a title suit, so ye jameen ki ladai hai. There are thousands and lakhs of jameen ki ladai going on in the Supreme Court and various courts of this country. How many times have you heard the highest judge of the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice of India, coming out and say, I will come down from my highest pedestal and I will in fact offer my services if a consent is worked out? Never ever had heard this. Why did the highest courts, highest justice, Justice Keher, come down and say, मैं आके लड़ूंगा ना, मैं consent बनाऊंगा, आप सबको बैठा के मैं मनवाऊंगा? Because it is an article of faith since crores and crores of years. Ram is not just a land, it is faith.
When you derisively dismiss the Ram temple agitation as a property dispute, do you not take away from the Astha, the Vishwas, the belief of millions of Hindus who do cherish the desire of seeing a Ram temple there. For them, it's much more than just an article of faith.
Well, you see, you are contradicting Sampit Patra over here. For me, the article of faith is the Constitution of India. We have categorically given ourselves a constitution which clearly says that freedom of religion is there. But when it comes to right to equality, equality would prevail. And for that, the rule of law should prevail. And you talk about Astha. Why don't Sampit Patra and you go and argue in Supreme Court? Let the Supreme, Mr. Patra, you should stand up in front of the CJ and say that your lordship, this is Astha, and see the reaction. Because the courts will not look into your Astha or my Astha. And the last statement made by the present Chief Justice, he's categorically said, we are not interested in all this. This is a title suit. And this is definitely a title suit. I am not against anyone's faith in Ram or in religion or whatever it is. But my problem is that you cannot superimpose your religious belief on me and say that no, constitution, preamble, everything can go to dustbin. My faith should be in the forefront. If that day happens, then India would become a theocratic country, which you want. And I'm sure the Supreme Court will never allow that. So my request to Sampit Patra is please go to Supreme Court and say, Your Lordship, this is my firm belief that not title suit, but this is an issue which should be decided according to Masta, and see what happens. We want to hear. Your RSS, Vishwa Hindu Parishad is there. Please tell them.
Okay, so quick response from Sabit before I bring in Sanjay Nirupa.
I mean, with all due respect to Owaisi Sahab, I mean, this is hypocrisy at its best. Well, yes, we should all be respecting the constitution. That is nothing more sacrosanct than the constitution of this country. But I'm reminded of one of the speeches of the same Owaisi Sahab who is preaching the constitution to me today. One speech delivered only a few months ago in Hyderabad when he was saying, correct me if I'm wrong, Owaisi Sahab, when he was saying, ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट कौन होती है डिसाइड करने वाली कि मुसलमान शादी कैसे करेगा और तलाक कैसे देगा? ये मुसलमानों का निजी मसला है. इस प्रकार से आपने एक स्पीच दिया था. That time you kept the constitution aside. How convenient. How convenient. When it comes to your faith, then you can brush aside the constitution. But when millions of Hindus across the country are begging for a piece of land, then I firmly believe whichever side you may be standing on, this side or that side, but at least show respect to 100 crore Hindus in this country that Ram is not a property. He is the property to everyone's heart. वो हर दिल में रहते हैं, हर दिल की धड़कन राम है. इतना तो आप respect दिखाइए ओवैसी साहब.
संपित साहब, मैं इतना चीखे मारकर नहीं बोला.
आप पार्लियामेंट में मार क्या साहब? देखिए, आप पार्लियामेंट में चीखे मार लेते हैं, हम बेचारे यही मारते हैं.
देखिए जरा सुन तो लीजिए. Please listen to me. You see, in our constitution, you have the right to dissent with the Supreme Court judgment respectfully. Your government didn't accept the judgment when it came to Jallikattu, didn't you? You went and issued an ordinance.
अभी अपने चीखने से मना किया है.
No, चीख मत मारिए साहब, सुने आ रहा है मुझे.
इसके बाद करूंगा.
Now my problem is that this same argument should be said by BJP because he's the official spokesperson of BJP. Let the government of India take this stand. Please tell your Attorney General, Your Lordship, this is an article of faith for us. Simple, forget it. On 14th of March, and see, the problem here is Sampit says that this is an article of faith, that you are trying to tell me that when it comes to your matter of faith, I should subjugate myself to your faith. No, sir, that will never happen because the Constitution clearly says that this country has no faith. This country celebrates each and every religion, and that is the beauty of democracy, that is the beauty of our pluralism and ethos of this country.
Absolutely in agreement with what Mr. Owaisi says. He says that this country's constitution has to be obeyed, and no one says that the constitution has to be disobeyed. Rahul, I just want to remind the august gathering over here, as far as the copy of the first constitution of this country is concerned, do you know the picture which is in the first page of the constitution? ironically, it is Lord Rama's picture which is in the first page of the Constitution. We have Lord Krishna also, we have Lord Buddha also, but ironically, it is Lord Ram which is in the first page of the Constitution. I think if it inka bus chale to wo bolenge wo panna hata dena chahiye.
Dr. Patra, Mr. Owaisi, the Congress's voice is being marginalized. Let the Congress speak. This is not...
1 minute. Sampit, you say in the original Constitution, Ram's photo is there, right? You said that just now.
Yeah, it's Ram's pictures there.
Even Tipu Sultan is there.
So?
Mohenjo-Daro is there.
So?
Why, would you go and get Mohenjo-Daro in Pakistan? See, that the Constitution is celebrating each and every aspect of our history. The Constitution is not saying it's only Ram. The Constitution is saying Ram, Tipu Sultan, Mohenjo-Daro. This is the problem with you is that accept the pluralism.
संजय जी, आपने नया जनेऊ पहना है ना, इसलिए आपको चांस नहीं मिल रहा है. पुराने जनेऊ वालों को पहले मिल रहा है.
Mr. Nirupam, Sonia Gandhi spoke this morning, so I guess for the Congress, all the speaking that had to be done has been done, and therefore Dr. Patra and Mr. Owaisi deciding that the Congress has already spoken today, so therefore you're getting to speak less. But I must tell everyone who's gathered over here that before we came in, Dr. Patra asked for some black coffee. I now see why. But Mr. Nirupam, tell us this. In the newly evolved avatar of the Congress party, where Rahul Gandhi goes temple hopping, first in Gujarat and now in Karnataka, is the Congress more willing to support the BJP stand on the construction of a Ram temple than you have been for the last 2 decades?
See, the whole Ram temple movement or the whole controversy should be divided into 2 phases. One is pre-demolition phase, the another one is post-demolition phase. If you remember, pre-demolition phase, at that time Rajiv ji was Prime Minister. In 1986, Faizabad district judge ordered to open the door of that Garbhagriha and started puja to be started. It was ordered like that and started that. After that, in 1989, I suppose, in 1989, Rajiv ji as a Prime Minister had ordered to construct the temple over there near mosque, Masjid के पास, मस्जिद की जगह पे नहीं. उसके बाद शिलान्यास भी हुआ था. एक गवर्नमेंट का ऑर्डर है सर, पढ़ के देख लेना. अगर आप ही सब कुछ जानते हो और हम सब यहाँ बेवकूफ बैठे हैं तो फिर कुछ बोलने का मतलब नहीं है. जरा सुन लीजिए, बहुत बोल चुके हैं आप. तो लेकिन डिमोलिशन के बाद कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अपनी भूमिका स्पष्ट की कि जब तक सुप्रीम कोर्ट फाइनल डिसीजन नहीं लेगा तब तक हम राम मंदिर के बारे में अपनी राय नहीं रखेंगे. यह सिर्फ कांग्रेस पार्टी की भूमिका नहीं है. मैं यहां भारतीय जनता पार्टी in 96, 98, 2004, 2009 and 2014, in all 5 general elections, even Bharatiya Janata Party had announced in its manifesto that they will allow Ram Mandir to be constructed within the framework of Constitution. आज ये आस्था की बात कर रहे हैं, मैं आता हूं आस्था पे भी. इनका क्या है, एक लाइन में पढ़ के सुनाना चाहूंगा आपको. 2014 का इनका मैनिफेस्टो क्या कहता है? The BJP reiterates its stand to explore all possibilities within the framework of the Constitution to facilitate the construction of Ram Temple in Ayodhya. यानी भारतीय जनता पार्टी जब वोट मांगने जाती है तो कहती है कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के फ्रेमवर्क के अंदर मंदिर का काम होना चाहिए. आज भी यहां संबित पात्रा जी आस्था और विश्वास की बात करें, बिल्कुल मेरा भी मानना है कि राम इस देश के प्राण है. राम आस्था का विषय है, राम भावना का विषय है और भावनाओं के लिए कोई बहुत बड़ी चुनौती नहीं हो सकती. लेकिन जब मामला कोर्ट में है, जो कि ओवैसी साहब बोल रहे हैं, सही बोल रहे हैं, जब मामला सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आस्था और भावना का तर्क नहीं हो सकता. और वहां सच ये है कि टाइटल सूट चल रहा है और टाइटल सूट में ये कहीं पिटिशनर भी नहीं है. टाइटल सूट में पिटिशनर निर्मोही अखाड़ा है. और ये भी बता देता हूं, और निर्मोही अखाड़ा ने वो टाइटल सूट फाइल किया था 1859 में और उसके 2 साल बाद 1861 में सुन्नी वक्फ बोर्ड ने टाइटल सूट फाइल किया कि नहीं, ये जमीन इनकी नहीं, मेरी है. उसके बाद एक लंबे समय के बाद 2010 में इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट ने एक ऑर्डर दिया. 1 मिनट, लेट मी कंप्लीट इट. In 2010, इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट का जो लखनऊ बेंच था, that bench ordered that 2.7 acre जो disputed land है, that should be divided into 3 pieces. one part should go to Nirmohi Akhada, one part to Sunni Waqf Board, and third part should be allowed to construct, on third part temple should be allowed to be constructed. उसके बाद वो केस चला गया सुप्रीम कोर्ट. तो आज तक सुप्रीम कोर्ट में इलाहाबाद कोर्ट का वो ऑर्डर चल रहा है, और मुझे लगता है कि हिंदुस्तान के हर लॉ अबाइडिंग सिटीजन को, संविधान में विश्वास करने वाले व्यक्ति को सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऑर्डर का विश्वास करना चाहिए. आखिरी बात जोड़ देता हूं, एक मिनट, आखिरी बात जोड़ता हूं. अब जब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल फ्रेमवर्क की बात करते हैं, इसमें श्री कहां से आगे मुझे समझ में नहीं आता.
So I want to come to that. So
there will be a Syria in India.
One
ये गवर्नमेंट के बिहाफ पे बोलने वाला एक संत कहां से आ गया? And why should this government allow any sant to threaten Supreme Court or the whole constitutional system in this country? That cannot be allowed.
So one course of action, of course, is to wait for the Supreme Court to decide who it believes is the rightful owner of the land of the Ram temple. The question that Sanjay Nirupam asks is an important question. We've seen Sri Ravi Shankar, respected spiritual guru, recently say in an interview to India Today that there would be chaos in this country, that India would become like Syria, that there will be civil strife if a Ram temple was not allowed to be constructed at the disputed site. Now that sounds ominous, that sounds like a threat, and that sounds totally inappropriate, Dr. Patra.
Yeah, there are a number of questions which have come my way from my good friend from Congress, so few minutes to answer that, few seconds rather. नहीं, मुझे आपने हिंदी में कहा, मैं हिंदी में जवाब देता हूं. मुझे एक तकलीफ होती है, समझ नहीं पाता हूं मैं आखिर ये कांग्रेस चाहती क्या है. जब इन्होंने आरंभ किया, अभी इन्होंने बड़े कन्वीनियंटली बोला कि नहीं देखिए राजीव जी ने शिलान्यास किया, हम मंदिर चाहते हैं, ये करते हैं. याद करिए 2008 में ही इन्होंने एक एफिडेविट दिया था कि राम डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट. राम डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट से आज जनेऊ पहन के राम है, और राम मंदिर के लिए आप क्या कर रहे हैं? मैं बीच में नहीं, सुन लीजिए, क्या आप क्या कर रहे हैं. देखिए कांग्रेस की परिस्थिति, हम तो 1989 से पालमपुर के बाद मंदिर 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 हर दिन कर रहे हैं, और मैं आपको आज लिखित गारंटी दे रहा हूं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में केस है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट का सम्मान करते हैं, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के आधार पर चलेंगे, मगर भव्य मंदिर वहीं बनाएंगे, मैं बता रहा हूं. मगर ये कांग्रेस जो है, आप देखिएगा, ये नदी के इस पार खड़ा होना है या नदी के उस पार खड़ा होना है, इस चक्कर में ये 20 सरयू में मिटेगी. 20 सरयू में अगर कांग्रेस नहीं डूबेगी तो मेरा नाम बदल दीजिएगा. ये समझ नहीं पा रहे राम को पकड़ना है कि राम को पकड़ना नहीं. सुनिए साहब, आपने 5 मिनट बोला, मैंने सुना. ये राम को पकड़ना है या राम को छोड़ना है? वोट इधर से चाहिए या वोट उधर से चाहिए? बीच में बैठे हैं आप, देखिएगा सरयू नदी के बीच में डूबेंगे, ये कहीं के नहीं रह पाएंगे. Second and most importantly, you asked me about a Dharma Guru, Sri Ravi Shankar. See, I am the spokesperson of Bharatiya Janata Party. I would not be able to reflect on what Sri Ravi Shankar or any other personality of this country had to say if he was a Dharma Guru. But I respect Sri Ravi Shankar, and I firmly believe most of you have seen him on his discourses on the television to say that he was probably threatening India and trying to break India and India's ethos. I think would be an overstatement. But anyways, if Mr. Owaisi has been making a statement about him, since I have been hearing Mr. Owaisi demanding his arrest and all that, ये टीवी पे सब डिमांड करते हैं, एफआईआर तो लिखाया नहीं किसी ने अभी तक जाके. नहीं, अरेस्ट करो, अरेस्ट
संबित
क्यों लिखाएंगे? गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया व्हाई कांट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया टेक, नहीं गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्शन क्यों नहीं ले रही? अगर ये स्टेटमेंट ओवैसी करते तो ओवैसी भी बाहर होते क्या?
वो तो रोज करते हैं,
इनको उठा के अंदर डाल दिया जाता.
नहीं, वो तो रोज
श्री रविशंकर इस प्रकार के भारत को तोड़ने की बात करते हैं, आप बोलते हो ओवैसी एफआईआर क्यों नहीं करते?
संबित पात्रा,
व्हाई कांट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया टेक एक्शन अगेंस्ट Sri?
Sanjay Patra, like a good television spokesperson, you've dodged the question that you were originally asked. My question to you is this, and I will repeat it once more. For any individual, Sri or any other person, to say if X were not to be done, in this case the building of a Ram temple, India would become Syria, there would be violence, our country would be torn apart. Are you prepared to condemn that comment made by Sri Ravi Shankar? Whether the Congress drowns in the Saryu or in the Yamuna is a different debate. Do you believe that that comment was inappropriate and therefore condemnable?
See, I firmly believe, let me be candid and outright. Yes, I am the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and I should not be speaking on behalf of any other individual who is a Dharma Guru. I firmly, personally believe that Sri probably, as he has clarified himself, never meant to bring about a threatening situation in this country. And I firmly believe, as a devout Hindu as well, and I wear that on my sleeves, I am not apologetic about being a Hindu, because I am a secular Hindu, and I firmly believe that मैं गुरु निंदा नहीं करता हूँ. मैं गुरु निंदा किसी भी कीमत पर नहीं करूंगा. Remember, there was a time when Shahi Imam, during his son, some important event, had invited Nawaz Sharif to India and said that he did not want to invite Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister. He had just become the Prime Minister then, because he does not have faith on Prime Minister India. Was there anyone from the Congress or from Owaisi's party to demand the arrest of Shahi Imam? No. You have double standards over here. Nawaz Sharif को invite करेंगे, बोलेंगे I have complete faith in Nawaz Sharif, and none of you will speak against that. And over here you want everyone else to be arrested. Thank you.
संबित पात्रा जी, कोई शाही इमाम प्राइम मिनिस्टर को बुलाए न बुलाए, ये कोई अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल काम है, कोई इलीगल एक्ट है? Why should we ask anyone to invite somebody who is important or not, somebody who is prime minister or not? Why should I ask? Why should we ask? ये बकवास बंद करो.
ये बकवास है.
ये बकवास है.
What is bakwas? There is only one man. There is only one man in this Indian polity who does bakwas. He is in Singapore presently.
राहुल एक
Now
मिनट.
Mr. Owaisi
जो कर रहा है वो हम देख रहे हैं.
speak.
एक मिनट ओवैसी साहब.
Okay,
ओवैसी साहब जरा एक मिनट मुझे बोल लेने दो. ये बार-बार संबित पात्रा एक मुद्दा कहते हैं कि 2008 में कांग्रेस ने कहा था कि राम डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट. ये बार-बार ये बात कहते हैं. ये जानबूझ के वही एक लाइन बोलते हैं.
तो जानबूझ की सच्चाई है भैया. आपने एफिडेविट दिया था कि नहीं?
ऐसा
बता दीजिए.
ऐसा है जो इंडिया और श्रीलंका के बीच में जो ब्रिज का इशू है, सागरमाला का मुद्दा था, उस मुद्दे पे कोर्ट में सुनवाई चल रही है. और जब कोर्ट में सुनवाई चल रही है तो आपको लीगल पॉइंट पे ही बात करनी पड़ेगी. और ये कहा गया कि राम एक माइथोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर हैं. खुद अडवाणी जी 1989 में रथ यात्रा शुरू करने से पहले बोले कि राम हमारे आस्था के प्रतीक हैं, ऐतिहासिक सबूत हम नहीं दे सकते. ये अडवाणी जी का बयान है और ये पूरा देश जानता, पूरी दुनिया जानता. अगर इनके पास कोई हिस्टोरिकल प्रूफ है राम के लिए तो जाके सुप्रीम कोर्ट में दे सकते हैं, लेकिन सुप्रीम कोर्ट में भावनाएं और आस्थाएं काम नहीं करती.
Okay, Mr. Owaisi, one, of course, is what Shri Ravi Shankar is doing. The second is the idea of an out-of-court settlement. Given how contentious a Supreme Court judgment can possibly be, either way, what is the harm when people like Mr. Nadvi and others from the Muslim community are willing to have a conversation about an out-of-court settlement? Why do people like you pounce so fiercely on anybody who's even willing to have a conversation about a rapprochement?
You see, I am a member of the Muslim Personal Law Board. And the Muslim Personal Law Board has in its working committee decided that we will not speak to anyone, because in the past thrice talks have happened. And you see, when you sit down and talk, you cannot superimpose that, okay, the talks would be on this condition. That is why in the past the talks have failed. Now our stand is, now the matter is in Supreme Court. Let it be decided. What is wrong in that? And you know, sitting over here and listening to Sanjay Nirupam, he is forgetting that he used to edit the newspaper of Shiv Sena. You know, I am very happy that you talk about Constitution, sir. But we know what happened after Sri Krishna. What you wrote about Sri Krishna Commission report. Now you are in a new avatar of secularism or Janadharu, whatever it is. But it is very interesting to hear what he has to say. But talks with whom and for what? He said Supreme Court is there. Let the matter be, be discussed over there, debated over there.
Do you have, Mr. Owaisi, full faith in the decision that the Supreme Court will come up with? Or do you believe that there is a larger political conspiracy which is working towards a judgment somehow coming out right before the 2019 election?
On this point, I totally agree with you. Because you see, if you see Mr. Ravi Shankar's statement, 14th of March, he immediately makes a statement. Last January, there was a hearing, he makes a statement. And the Vishwa Hindu Parishad Vice President, Jain, has said from 18th October 2018 will start the construction. The RSS chief said nothing will come up apart from Ram Mandir. And Mr. Ravi Shankar says 2019. I am of the firm opinion, skies will not fall if this issue is not decided before the parliament elections. I am of the firm opinion that this issue should not be decided before the parliament election because it is going to be heavily politicized and it is not good for our democracy.
So you are alleging, and you're a barrister in law from the United Kingdom, that there is a possibility that there could be somehow a larger political conspiracy which is seeing events move in a way that there may be a judgment in the Supreme Court on the issue of the Ram Mandir before the 2019 general elections.
Every BJP leader, every RSS chief is saying 2019. What is this 2019? I mean, skies are not going to fall. We want this government to go to the people and say, we have provided you 2 crore jobs. We have stopped infiltration from Pakistan. Our army camps are not being attacked. GST has been a fantastic, not a fiasco. You know, our banks are performing very well. We have got back Nirav Modi, Choksi, everyone has come down. We want this to be discussed. Why 2019? Why is 2019 a magic number?
So you do realize when you suggest that there could be a political conspiracy which sees the judgment coming out before 2019, you somehow suggest that the courts are a part of this conspiracy. Therefore, you could possibly also be hauled up for
you are
contempt.
stretching things too far. No, I am not at all saying that. I am saying that after Mr. Ravi Shankar's statement that India would be converted into Syria, who the hell is he to say India will convert into Syria? This is a functional democracy. You know, we have been holding elections. This so-called person might not be interested in democracy, but he should go and learn the constitution. Instead of preaching peace, if you don't have confidence in the constitution, what sort of peace are you preaching?
Now, Sambit Patra, respond to this charge, not just being leveled by Mr. Owaisi, but shared by those who don't fully support the BJP, that things are somehow moving in a direction where somehow or the other, whether the Supreme Court is involved or otherwise, given the fact that there will be daily hearings, it's possible that a verdict comes out just in time for the 2019 general elections, where people stop asking about Choksi or about Nirav Modi, Lalit Modi, Vijay Mallya. They all say Jai Shri Ram.
So the problem is, this shows the fear factor within the Congress party as well as the component of Mr. Owaisi's party. Remember Kapil Sibal also demanding the same on the floor of the court? That, my lord, let the court hear this after 2019 or else I will walk out. That was the extent to which they were threatening the Supreme Court. To read a conspiracy with the Supreme Court of India, I would say, is almost blasphemous. One should never point fingers toward the Supreme Court as being part of any conspiracy. See, Mr. Owaisi and the Congress party very well know that Ram Temple is an important emotive issue. It is not just an issue of land. Had it just been a piece of land, then why should be they worrying about 2019 election? अगर जमीन की टुकड़ी होती तो बोलते बोलो ना कल कर दे, कल ही इसके लिए फैसला कर दो. They know this is an emotive issue, and that's why what they are saying that it should not be heard before 2019 only contradicts that it is not just a title suit, it is a fate suit, and they very well know that 100 crore Indians are watching as to what
Sanjay
the Supreme Court is going to say.
We heard from Mrs. Gandhi at the India Today conclave. She spoke of a threat to democracy. She spoke of India being torn apart. She spoke of various sins and omissions and commission of the Modi Sarkar. Are you concerned that if the verdict on the Ram Temple were to come out before 2019, people will forget all else and somehow rally around BJP, President Amit Shah, the Prime Minister Modi, RSS, because they were able to deliver on the promise of the Ram Mandir?
I'm not concerned only. I'm 100% sure that Ram Mandir verdict will come before 2019 Lok Sabha election. Why? Because the government wants it. Because the BJP wants it. ये बीजेपी का पूरा इतिहास देख लीजिए आप. मैंने बताया 1859 में निर्मोही अखाड़ा ने टाइटल.
I must ask you this, because the BJP wanting it means nothing unless you simultaneously allege that you believe that the Supreme Court will be part of that conspiracy.
ये मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं. ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट के 4 जज बाहर निकल करके जो बातें
कहना चाह रहे हैं पर नहीं कह रहे.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के 4 जज, 4 ऑनरेबल जज अगर बाहर निकल करके न्याय की भीख मांग रहे हैं, इसके पीछे एक बहुत बड़ी बात है, उसको समझने की कोशिश करिए. बार बार दुष्यंत दवे जज लोया के हियरिंग में एक बात कह रहे हैं कि 1 person is controlling judiciary. 10 बार बोलते हैं तो एक बार जज साहब कहते हैं बार बार रिपीट मत करिए. तो इस बात को समझिए, आज से 5 साल पहले क्या था देश में और आज क्या है, दोनों में बहुत बड़ा फर्क है. मुझे 2-3 बातें कहनी है. एक तो 1 मिनट, एक तो ओवैसी साहब ने बात
सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज कंसर्न्ड.
जब आपकी बारी होगी तो आप बोल देना. एक ओवैसी साहब ने बोला कि मेरा शिवसेना का बैकग्राउंड है. बिल्कुल, देयर इज नो डाउट इन इट. कोई छुपा नहीं रहा है. आप भी कभी कांग्रेस के साथ हुआ करते थे, आजकल छुप छुप के बीजेपी के साथ हुआ करते हैं. आपको मुबारक है, लेकिन मैं छुप छुप के कांग्रेस में नहीं हूं, खुल के कांग्रेस में हूं. कांग्रेस के विचारों को स्वीकार करता हूं और काम करता हूं. रह गई बात भारतीय जनता पार्टी की, जब चुनाव आते हैं राम मंदिर का मुद्दा आता है. ये बीजेपी की राजनीतिक मजबूरी है. खुद राम विलास वेदांती जो बीजेपी के एक्स एमपी हैं, उन्होंने कहा था कि ये मंदिर बनाना ही नहीं चाहते, ये सिर्फ राजनीति करना चाहते हैं. निर्मोही अखाड़ा के लोगों ने कहा है कि 1400 करोड़ रुपए विश्व हिंदू परिषद ने राम मंदिर के नाम पे जमा किया. वो पैसा पूरा खा गए.
Okay, so you've
because
made
they are
multiple
not
points.
at all interested in construction of
Dr.
temple,
Patra responds
but in doing politics over the issue of temple.
To the point you made about the judiciary, Mr. Owaisi, do you behind the scenes somehow have these secret meetings
No,
with
no,
Mohan
he's-
Bhagwat
no,
and
no,
Amit Shah.
it's-
Are you working as a proxy for the BJP?
He's absolutely right.
He is?
I got him back from Shiv Sena into Congress. It was me. I went and told the people in Gujarat, despite not contesting, vote for BJP. I went to Tripura and said, don't vote for Congress. 34 to 2% vote has come back. I went to Mizoram, I went to Nagaland, I went to Haryana, I went to Jammu Kashmir. Everything I am responsible for Congress party's downfall. And believe me, I will be responsible again also. No, नहीं, सुनिए.
मैंने तो ये बोला ही नहीं.
सुनिए.
मैंने बोला आप छुप-छुप के जो बीजेपी को मदद कर रहे हैं.
सर, सुनिए.
छुप-छुप के क्यों कर रहे हैं? खुल के करिए बीजेपी को मदद.
सर.
खुल के कांग्रेस के साथ हुआ करते थे.
Is it not a
जहां
सुनिए,
कांग्रेस को हराना
सुनिए,
होता है,
सुनिए.
बीजेपी वहां एमआईएम को उतारने में लग जाती है.
एक मिनट सर.
आपकी पार्टी आप तय कर सकते हैं किसके साथ जाना. आई डोंट हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम ऑन इट.
सुनिए सर.
आई डोंट हैव एनी ऑब्जेक्शन ऑन
आपस
इट.
में मत लड़िए.
संजय निरुपम साहब, आप यहाँ के सदर हैं. बीएमसी का इलेक्शन हार गए आपकी गलती की वजह से, आपकी निकम्मेपने की वजह से. मैं क्या जिम्मेदार हूं भाई? अरे कब तक आपकी कमजोरियां मेरे गले पे डालते रहेंगे? आप मोदी से मुकाबला नहीं कर पा रहे, मुझे बोलिए, मैं मुकाबला करने तैयार हूं.
अच्छा, हमने रोका आपको?
सुनिए,
हमने रोका आपको क्या?
मेरे भाई बोलने दीजिए ना
आप
प्लीज.
तो आप ही सिर्फ मोदी से मुकाबला कर सकते हो और इस देश में मोदी से मुकाबला करने वाला कोई नहीं है.
आप तो नाकाम साबित हो रहे हैं
चलिए
ना.
छोड़िए, मुकाबला नहीं हो रहा, छोड़ दीजिए ना, विषय पे आइए.
Dr. Patra?
करिए ना मुकाबला. कौन रोक रहा
Dr.
है?
Patra, before I ask you the question of the
Court issue
Supreme
is
Court, I know that's
extremely-
the question you want to answer, but I have another question. Do you think of Asaduddin Owaisi and his brand of politics as an asset for your party?
I'll answer that.
No, you
but
must
say-
answer my question. I'll ask you the second
I will
question.
answer, but give me 10 seconds
I'll
because the
answer
Supreme
this.
Court issue is a
सर
very...
मेरा हाल तो उमराव जान कैसा हो गया है.
Kaise? How is that?
इनके साथ था तो बहुत अच्छा था. अब इनके साथ नहीं हो तो इनका हो गया. मेरा बोलना ये कि ये दोनों की जो दुकान चल रही है ना, हिंदू नेशनलिज्म जनधारू की, ये सर्टिफिकेट देंगे नेशनलिज्म का, इनके
चलिए,
साथ
अब
हो
मैं
गया तो
जवाब देता
सेक्युलर हो गया. सर आप अपनी दुकानें बंद करिए, आपकी 14 रुपए की जरूरत नहीं है सर. बंद करिए सर.
आप अपनी दुकान बंद
Samit
करिए, जो भी
Patra,
है
let
मैं
me
बताता
ask you the question that I wanted to ask you, because it's a substantive point. Now that 4 of the senior most judges of the Supreme Court have come out without mentioning specific cases, but indicated that they in their wisdom believe that there is something terribly amiss about the manner in which the Supreme Court is functioning, this would lead people to believe or to wonder whether there are judges in the Supreme Court at the apex level who have somehow been set by the BJP government to deliver politically convenient verdicts at politically convenient
I
times.
strongly detest that word which you're using, fixed.
I'm asking
No,
a
no,
no.
let me answer this.
See,
this is
that-
absolutely
Supreme
wrong and
Court,
blasphemous.
faith in
Both of
Supreme
you are
Court is the
pointing
last
towards
one
the
we have.
Supreme Court.
I am sorry
This is
to
a
you.
premium channel of the country, so the answer should go. People should listen to this answer. Today morning, you had a very important politician sitting over here. She was none other than Sonia Gandhi. You should have asked this question to Sonia Gandhi. Remember, none other than her own Law Minister Hansraj Bharadwaj, couple of years ago had come out and said that Sonia ji had called me, and through Manmohan Singh she wanted that I should have influenced the Supreme Court of India for the 2005 Bihar President's Rule judgment. I dare not, despite her and Manmohan Singh coaxing me to influence the Supreme Court, I could not gather the courage to approach the Supreme Court. Remember, it was Indira Gandhi who made a committed judiciary, Sonia Gandhi wanting Bharadwaj ji to interfere in judiciary, and today you are pointing fingers towards the Bharatiya Janata Party that we are conspiring with the Supreme Court. Sir, राम के फेथ के विषय में बात हुई. अगर इस देश में सुप्रीम कोर्ट से फेथ हटा देंगे हम लोग ना, तो इस जनता का फेथ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से हट जाएगा. मैं हाथ जोड़ के कहता हूं, आप लोग मोदी से मुकाबला नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, इसलिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऊपर पत्थर गिट्टी फेंकना बंद कर दीजिए.
ऐसा है?
सुनिए, ऐसा कैसा भी नहीं है.
ऐसा है
नहीं, ऐसा कैसा भी नहीं है.
पात्रा जी, हमने तो शिकायत नहीं की थी.
आप तो समझ नहीं पा रहे किस तरफ जाना है. इधर जाना है, उधर, ये हमारी गलती नहीं है.
शिकायत तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के 4 जजेस ने की थी. कांग्रेस पार्टी की तो शिकायत नहीं की.
But Sanjay Nirupam, is it not terribly unfair when you say what you did and leave so much
I want to
unsaid by
complete this.
insinuation? Because you're suggesting somehow
This is absolutely
that the Ram
blasphemous.
Temple decision.
No, I'm
You
referring,
as a politician
I'm
of the
referring
country
one incident.
point fingers and insinuate the Supreme Court of this country. I take objection to this. If politicians start coming on high stages and they start speaking against the
Samit,
justices
Samit,
and the chief justice of this country,
Samit,
तो
जरा जवाब
politicians
दे दो.
का खोना
Samit,
कोई
while
मतलब नहीं होता.
you're raising your vocal cords, the fact is that this
I'm
time,
really
unlike
annoyed with
earlier, this time, unlike earlier, it's not just an insinuation, it's a charge coming from within. Those charges were
Did
not
the-
leveled
did the
by the
four-
Congress
Sir,
party.
sir, I'm
Those were
sorry,
leveled
I'm
by
sorry.
4 of the senior
I'm
most
sorry.
judges of the Supreme
This is
Court.
this is
so by
also
raising
an
your voice, you
extrapolation.
can't
No.
drown out the other
Rahul,
two.
the four judges never said that the Supreme Court has fallen prey to politics of this country. They said that it was only a matter of the roster. So for God's sake, which is an internal matter to the judiciary, we all should not jump into that boundary wall.
They did not, Sabit, just say
We
it's
should not
only
do
about
that.
the
We
rota.
should-
They
this
also
is-
said that sensitive cases are being given
So Rahul
to
Kanwar, let me
selective
ask you a
benches.
question. Do you mean to say that the Supreme Court in any way is going to conspire with the government of the day to give a favorable judgment as far as Lord Ram is concerned? Do you believe that?
No, it's not about what I believe. My job is to ask questions.
Yes. But
Can
since
I,
you
can I,
subject...
can I, can I, can I?
Your
No,
job
when
is
we
to ask
come in-
question, and that's the reason as to why I say when such questions are thrown into the air, and when we have politicians as Sanjay Nirupam, very conveniently Mr. Owaisi has distanced himself. But when Sanjay Nirupam, one of the spokespersons of a top political party of the country, says that the Supreme Court is now politicized, this is a sorry day of Indian politics, let me tell you. और राम का मंदिर संजय निरुपम जी, आज आप कागज लेके आए हैं, मैं इस कागज में लिख देता हूँ, राम का मंदिर वहीं बनेगा. राम का मंदिर वहीं बनेगा. लिख के ले, मंदिर वहीं बनेगा.
ये बिल्कुल सही कहा इन्हें, ये सही बोला आपने.
Because I
एक
have
मिनट अब हो
faith
गया.
on my Ram.
ये
must tell you this, Mr.
पिछले 26 वर्षों से इनका एक नारा है, सौगंध राम की खाते हैं, मंदिर वहीं बनाएंगे पर तारीख नहीं बताएंगे. ये तो बीजेपी का पुराना
10 सेकंड में
नारा
जवाब
है.
देता हूं.
तो आई डोंट डिसएग्री विथ यू. मंदिर वहीं बनेगा, मैं भी चाहता हूं,
ठीक.
लेकिन
अच्छा.
मंदिर डिस्प्यूटेड
वो
जगह
शिवसेना
पे कहां
चाहती है
बनेगा
या
ये
कांग्रेस
सुप्रीम
चाहती
कोर्ट
है?
तय करेगा. एक मिनट. अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट being manipulated by someone, this was not said by Congress party, or this kind of allegation was not made by Congress party.
Look at it.
It was a statement or allegation made by 4 honorable judges of Supreme
Okay,
Court.
because we have only now a very few minutes
तो
left in
अगर
this
अगर
session.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट
I
के
want to
4
ask-
जज कह रहे हैं
I want
और
to-
उस बात को सिर्फ मैं रेफर कर रहा हूं, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी इज नॉट इंटरफेयरिंग इन
10
सुप्रीम कोर्ट
seconds, so the तारीख नहीं
एक्टिविटीज,
बताऊंगा.
बट द जजेस हैव सेड, और somehow they were perceived as saying that master of roster has become the government, not the chief justice of
अच्छा, they
India.
could read what could not be stated there. Anyways, ये बार बार कहते हैं ना कि मंदिर वहीं बनाएंगे, तारीख नहीं बताएंगे, तो ऐसे बोलते हैं जैसे ईटा रोड़ी सब लेके खड़े हैं, सोनिया जी वगैरह, हम लोग अलाउ नहीं कर
ईंटा
रहे.
तो आप लेके आए.
अरे आप ऐसे बोलते हैं जैसे हम ही लोग मंदिर बना. देखिए
Okay.
हर डिबेट
ईंटा,
में बोलते हैं,
मार्बल तो आप
नहीं,
लेके
आप
आए.
लोग डिसाइड कर लीजिए पहले. सुबह बोलते हैं कि मस्जिद हम लोगों ने तोड़ दिया, शाम को बोलते हैं कि नहीं ये मंदिर के लिए कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे हैं. आप डिसाइड करिए यहाँ खड़ा होना है या वहां खड़ा होना है. आप जब बोल रहे हैं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी इज रॉन्ग इन इट स्टैंड अबाउट मंदिर, बिकॉज मंदिर के लिए वो चिंता भी नहीं करते हैं, फिर आप जब सुबह बोलते हैं कि मस्जिद जो डिस्प्यूटेड स्ट्रक्चर था उसको इन लोगों ने ढहा दिया, तो आप गलत बोलते
Okay,
हैं ना.
so since
नहीं
we
ढहाया
have-
ना.
Basically, Ram Mandir issue is just a political issue for BJP. It has nothing to do with their conviction, faith और आस्था, कुछ नहीं. सब बकवास करते हैं. ये मंदिर बनाना नहीं चाहते, मंदिर के नाम पे सिर्फ पॉलिटिक्स करना
मैंने
चाहते
लिख के दिया है,
हैं. इस
मंदिर
बात
बनेगा
को
और आप
हिंदुस्तान
देखते
के
रह
सब लोगों को
जाएंगे,
स्वीकार
बता रहा
करना
हूं.
पड़ेगा.
So we have
ये
only-
एक सच है, इस सच को हिंदुस्तान के हर हिंदू को स्वीकार करना चाहिए. भारतीय जनता पार्टी सिर्फ हिंदू वोटों को पोलराइज करने के लिए राम मंदिर का मुद्दा ठीक चुनाव के टाइम पे लेके आती है. एक बार फिर से 2019 से पहले, चुनाव से पहले ये मुद्दा बीजेपी लेके आएगी. सुप्रीम कोर्ट के थ्रू आए, श्री के थ्रू आए,
तो
या
आप-
कोई रिजवी साहब के
Okay,
थ्रू आए.
Sabit,
या-
I must. No, I see. I have 2 options. I can either stand up or I can start shouting. I hope to do neither, because in
Yes,
India
of
today
course.
we believe in making sense, not noise, and we want to maintain a certain modicum of decorum in this conversation. And I hate it, and all of us from the core of our gut hate it when on other channels people are shouting, screaming. It becomes a slugfest. That's not the kind of conversation and debate we believe in, and therefore, in conclusion, I want to ask you all three this. Can you look into your political kaleidoscope and tell us, if the Supreme Court were to order that that the Ram temple be constructed at Ayodhya, will this act as the ultimate unifier? Will this be the vindication of a long-cherished Hindu desire? Or will this be the ultimate disruptor which would tear apart the already strained social fabric of our country? And I ask that question first to Sabit.
First and foremost, as far as whether Bharatiya Janata Party is going to build a temple or not, are we really just politicizing the issue? With all due respect, because none of us should raise the voice. This is a different channel, as you say. Very respectfully, I would say that, look, they are themselves fearful. If they thought that Bharatiya Janata Party is only going to play to the galleries and not going to construct the temple, why do they want the hearing to go after 2019, not before
So
that?
I'm out of time. You're
as far
dodging
as
my
is
question.
Ram
Just
going
answer
to
my
be-
question.
Is Ram temple going to be a unifier or it is going to be a hitmonger or a divider? I would just say what Ram is. Ram was a great unifier. Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Rama Manorame. He was the most beautiful name in this country, and sir will also agree to the fact that वो इमाम हिंद थे. अगर वो इमाम हिंद हैं, he is the most beautiful name in this country. He has unified this country through all these years. How after his temple construction can we be divided? We would be further united.
Mr. Owaisi, our country has been split for 3 decades in modern history and for millennia going back, for at least 500 years going back, around this issue. Since 1859, we know the issue has been in our current conversation. Would it not be better that once and for all, a temple get built and people, India and society move on with life?
So all of us should remember that 1948 idols were installed when Congress was in power. 86 locks were opened, Congress was in power. Masjid were demolished, Congress was in power with the express implementation by Shri Advani and everyone who subsequently got the highest civilian award. My question is that the issue of Babri Masjid is an issue of rule of law, is an issue of justice, it is an issue of secularism, it is an issue of which track this country will take going forward. Now, if you believe in what Sampit is saying, it's a matter of faith, then we will not have democracy, but we'll turn into mobocracy. And I hope that the Supreme Court will definitely decide on the basis of title, not on the basis of astha. If any judgment comes, each one of us have to accept it. Because after all, if you don't accept Supreme Court judgment, then what is left of this country?
Mr. Nirupam?
राहुल, अयोध्या कभी भी नफरत का विषय नहीं हो सकता. अयोध्या हमेशा एक प्रेम का विषय है. अयोध्या राम का जन्मस्थान है और राम ने अपने पिता का वचन पूरा करने के लिए सत्ता छोड़ दी थी. लेकिन जो लोग आज राम की कहानी लेके चल रहे हैं, वो सत्ता के लिए अपने वचन छोड़ देते हैं, अपने झूठ बोलते हैं, जुमले लेके आते हैं. ऐसे लोगों को राम की राजनीति करने के ऊपर तौबा करनी चाहिए. राम मंदिर जो वहां निर्मोही अखाड़ा है, जो संत हैं, शंकराचार्य हैं, उनके भरोसे छोड़ना चाहिए. बीजेपी को राम मंदिर की चिंता नहीं करनी चाहिए. लेट सुप्रीम कोर्ट टेक ए फाइनल डिसीजन.
आप बनाएंगे राम मंदिर?
मैं और आप नहीं बनाएंगे. ये संतों का काम है. अरे बहुत, ये संतों का काम है, शंकराचार्य का काम है, गुरु का काम है.
No, because
सरकार का काम नहीं है, पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों का काम नहीं है.
Sanjay Nirupam, because the construction of a Ram temple will require a lot of people to get involved in that whole process. Would you recommend that the new Janay Udharu wearing in Rahul Gandhi also show up for Karteva if a Ram temple were to be built?
ऐसा है, राहुल गांधी जी ने गुजरात चुनाव के दरमियान जब मंदिरों का भ्रमण किया, दर्शन किया, पूजन किया, तो अचानक भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बड़ी बेचैनी हो गई. आज सोनिया जी ने क्या कहा कि कई बार ऐसा होता था कि राजीव जी के साथ हम जाते थे तो मंदिरों में दर्शन करने जाते थे, लेकिन बार बार ये कहना कि हम मंदिरों के खिलाफ हैं, हिंदू धर्म के खिलाफ है, हिंदू परंपराओं के खिलाफ हैं, वो कहीं ना कहीं कचोटता है, वो कहीं ना कहीं दर्द देता है. और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने लगातार एक कैंपेन चलाया कांग्रेस के खिलाफ, और अब जब उन्हीं के हथियार से हमने उनको मारा, तो अब ये हमारे ऊपर तंज कसते हैं कि जनेऊधारी हैं तो ये नए हिंदू बने हैं. जी नहीं, हम कांग्रेस पार्टी में बड़े पैमाने पर अच्छे हिंदू लोग हैं, इनसे ज्यादा
हमसे ज्यादा हिंदू है भैया,
विश्वास
ये
करने वाले
ठीक है.
तो मंदिर जाना हथियार हो गया आजकल.
नहीं, मंदिर जाना हथियार नहीं है.
अभी आपने कहा कि हथियार हो गया.
नहीं, हिंदू.
अरे साहब, आप ये
ऐसा
नहीं सुनिए.
अब आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी मत बनो.
नहीं, सुनिए,
आप बीजेपी की तरह बिहेव मत करो. आप थोड़ा सा सेकुलर आदमी हो तो सेकुलर रहो.
नहीं सर, मैं
लेकिन अचानक कम्युनल हो जाते हो.
मैं सेकुलर नहीं हूं सर.
नहीं, आप सेकुलर
नहीं हूं सर.
सेकुलर रहना बहुत जरूरी है. आपके जैसे लोग अगर सेकुलर नहीं होंगे तो इस देश के मुसलमानों पर बहुत बुरा असर पड़ेगा. प्लीज डोंट बी कम्युनल, डोंट कम्युनलाइज.
राहुल गांधी 28 मंदिरों को गए, एक मस्जिद को नहीं गए, एक दरगाह को नहीं गए
ना. दरगाह
क्यों नहीं गए? ये सेकुलरिज्म है आपका. इसीलिए मंदिर जाना हथियार है, मस्जिद जाना बीमारी है.
ऐसा नहीं. राहुल जी दरगाह में भी जाते हैं, राहुल जी दरगाह में भी जाते हैं, राहुल जी मंदिरों में भी जाते हैं. मस्जिद में एक मिनट, मस्जिद में नॉन मुस्लिम्स आर नॉट अलाउड. दरगाह में हम जा सकते हैं और राहुल जी जाते हैं.
लेके जाऊंगा आपको,
अगर
मैं लेके जाऊंगा. आप आइए.
Okay, so
मस्जिद में नॉन मुस्लिम्स नॉट अलाउड. मैंने सुना ऐसा. अगर ऐसा नहीं है तो मैं मस्जिद में जाने को मैं तैयार हूं.
I don't know if you were in
चलिए
the
सर, आप
Shiv Sena
दरगाह में
when you
जाइए,
heard
हमें
this
शासन
or in the
करने दीजिए.
Congress, but that's a very dangerous thing to say. But if I were to allow you to continue, that will lead to a whole separate debate. We're out of time. tell me only, are you taking that sheet of paper that Sambit Patra gave you where he scribbled that there will be a Ram temple? Dr. Sambit Patra, Sanjay Nirupam, Asaduddin Owaisi for joining us at the India Today Conclave 2018. Thank you very much. Thank you.